Hey everybody, thanks for checking us out here this weekend in the First Alert Weather Center. I'll tell you what, we have a cooler weekend going on. It's still pretty nice out there. A lot of cloud cover, cloud control. We might even see a few sprinkles before we're done. High today, much cooler. 62 at the airport today, 63 in Boulder, 65 in Fort Collins and Greeley. So our 70s have went away. 70s down there in southeastern Colorado, which for them is still a cool down too because they were in the 80s yesterday. Here's the cloud cover now as it's going in at this point. This will take over the entire state as we go through the night tonight. You can see the front over northern Colorado going through. A couple of sprinkles along the Wyoming line up there. Just not a lot of moisture with this, but overnight could get a sprinkler too from 10 o'clock to about 3 o'clock in the morning as this cooler air dives in. And then you see some of the moisture coming up from southern Colorado here. There's a cutoff low over Arizona that may deliver a few sprinkles and maybe some high mountain snow in some of our southern stretches. By the time we get to Sunday, you can see that pushing up. We'll start out cloudy here in the Front Range. I think after the lunch hour, northern Colorado starts to clear out, but you stay pretty cloudy over the southern stretches of the state with some late day rain showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm down there in some of the lower elevations and some high elevation snow, just a light dusting expected down there. So low temperatures by morning on Sunday morning. We'll stay above freezing for most areas. 43 in Fort Collins and Littleton, should be right around 43 in Aurora as well. You get up into Evergreen, Conifer, all the way up to Idaho Springs, Blackhawk, the Front Range foothills, into the mountains, close to or at freezing for a lot of those communities coming your way. You can see that here on the big map. Mountains in the 20s and 30s primarily up that way. Now, as we look ahead for Sunday's highs, the entire state cools down. 50s and 60s for a lot of folks. Grand Junction might make it to 71, as will Glenwood Springs, but you could see most of the state much cooler for Sunday. So 42 degrees for the low temperature by Sunday morning in Denver, mostly cloudy, an overnight sprinkle possible. Cloudy in the morning Sunday with afternoon clearing near 60 for the high temperature. And then looking ahead, 65 on Monday. Morning frost is possible because we'll dip down to about 35 degrees Sunday night into Monday there. Look at the temperatures on highs there, probably 50s and 60s across the state again on Monday. But I also want to throw in on Monday morning, midnight Sunday through Monday morning, there's a freeze watch in effect for a big portion of northeast and eastern Colorado, including Castle Rock, Fort Collins, Greeley, and even places like Frederick and Firestone as well. You guys are in this, might dip down to about 28 degrees for some of those areas, and then 60s through Tuesday, 70s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then next weekend a little cool down. By the time we get to Sunday, 60s and 50s and a chance of rain.